And we're now back here onto the PUBG Mobile Open number 2, wherein we have been able to conclude our Group A earlier on, but now we'll be heading towards our Group B, which comprises of 9 teams. Once again, it is still me, Mochi, and along with Sis Jenny, who'll be joining you for the rest of these 3 matches for today.
Here, thank you so much, Mochi. And of course, this event won't be happening because of our partners, which is Yahoo and Intel, and Awesome Productions over on in our ears. So, yeah, you guys stay tuned with us. Remember, if you just came here, I'm seeing a lot of comments that I think they were waiting for Group B. So I got a feeling Group B got a bit more supporters than Group One. I mean Group A. So Group A, come on, you gotta cheer for them for tomorrow, okay? So, yeah, remember to give this live stream a follow, like, and share. And of course, if you want to follow our socials, Mochi has the socials. I think it's in the description, and also me. We're doing PUBGM. So here we go. We are the ladies for PUBGM. We don't play PUBGM, but we cast PUBG. I mean, we play PUBG, but we are not the competitive
Yeah.
kinds. But we can get competitive if you want to.
OJ, I love that sentence so much. But yeah, actually, we have been able to see a lot of stuff from the Group A earlier on. But do you expect anything from Team B? Like, we have seen some familiar faces here, like
Mhm,
ATG Artemis is here, AI
mhm,
Huntress is here,
mhm.
but there are also some new names, right?
Yeah, and I've been seeing. Of course, this is a shout out seeing in the comment section, Roy Ladies Esports,
Hi.
the Facebook, I mean, like, I think their official page came into, like, and shout out for their ladies. So I like the support coming from them. The entire they brought the entire Jin gang over, and this is a representative from Vietnam. So if you want to look into shreds, Vietnam PUBG teams, previous SEA Games, they got champion. And then in PMPLC, they
Ooh.
got champion from Dingo Savior. So I'm not. I'm feeling the jitters a little bit, knowing that this is a Vietnam team. But over in the teams that is playing right now, right after this, there is a team from Dingos themselves, which is Dingos Ladies. So, but that representative is from Malaysia. And you know what? We saved the chili cheddar for later, because let's fly over to the land of Erangel.
Let's go. And like what you said, it seems like it's a pretty good flight path, to be honest. So it's just more on the left side, just a little bit, but still sufficient for them to actually reach the bounds of wherever they want to go. But like what we said from earlier, except for AI Hunters and as well as ADG artists from Malaysia and the Philippines, they also have 3 more contenders from Malaysia, which is SFAM or ESFAM. There are 3 teams: Juicy, Luna, Mystique,
Mm-hmm.
as well as one from Indonesia, which is Grief Sapphire. We also have IT Trap Girls from Myanmar and Mata Ladies from Thailand. And last but not least, of course, the very, very supportive team from Roy Ladies Esports from all the way from Vietnam. So these are going to be our contenders for Group B, and I can't wait of what's about to unveil this time around.
Definitely, we want to see what is going to happen. But for now, I'm seeing Roy, Ladies Esport. They kind of dropped together with Grim Sapphire from Indonesia. I'm not so exactly as to why they chose that. Maybe because they want to take a vehicle, and it seems like Roy Esports will be heading on towards Sovnoska. Yep, they're gonna cross the bridge. Yes, they're gonna go there. Just get the vehicles and go off. So they won't be sharing areas with Grims at all. But looking into the circle, it's a good prediction that the teams have made, because a few of these teams decided to have a drop spot all the way towards the west side, or I would say the west southwest of the map. So they kind of
Mhm.
predicted it, except for probably, I would say, ATG right now, who's over in Jogopo, but it's not going to be a problem for them to rotate all the way down.
I have to agree with what you said, but at the meantime, seems like we're seeing a lot of areas that are unoccupied by these teams, and we're seeing some cozies, but not entirely enough to actually get them started. But maybe from ADG and as well as what do you call this? From AI Huntress, it
Mhm.
might be a problem between them because they're quite close to one another. But yeah, it seems like there'll also be potential signs of gatekeeping here from FM. And yeah, let's see is going to happen here, because so far it seems that there'll be what do you call this, there'll be prepping themselves up with all of the stuff they need, as well as the fact that others are even venturing outside the circle for better loot and better positioning. So far, really good positioning from all four players here, and so far the coast is clear. No wars as of the moment.
Yep, definitely. But a few teams are very close to one another over in Jogopol areas. I did see a few teams stack up onto one another, so it might be a problem for them to rotate out later on because there is the advantage of Mount of Gekka, and we can see ATG or AI Huntress over on towards the portion of Mountain of Gekka. So maybe it might be a problem for ATG to rotate in a little bit later. But again, this is for later part. Now we are looking into team number three, which is as Femi Juicy Malaysia. So we've got a bit of as Femi here. We've got three representatives from the same clan, I would say, but they came from the different lineup. This is
Mm-hmm.
Juicy. We've got Luna and Mystic, but we are looking to Juicy over in Quarry. Now, quite a strategic place to be in for them to loot because honestly, the loots here are not amazing. But there are reasons why certain teams decides to go on towards drop spots like this because it's more strategical in the sense of rotation, and then plus you got vantage point at the early part of the game. So knowing that the circle is headed on towards the south, so this is actually quite a pinnacle point for them to collect information and try to stop one another.
Yeah, and actually, they're in a really good position here to actually scout, like what you said, and as well as the fact that it might actually be, what do you call this? It might be a good area for them to not be disturbed.
Mm-hmm.
It's an undisturbed area,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, I think we'll be like what you've said. From everyone is from the same clan. I wonder if there will be some differences in terms of their strategies, like would there be this team who will be more on the safer side? Would be this team who will be more on the aggressive side? We're not quite sure, and I can wait how these teams from all in the same clan be able to play this out for themselves.
Yep, definitely. Looking into now, this is the lineup of again as Fami Mystic. So this is the third lineup from the same clan. They are over in the area of Jogopol, and they're just going into the compound areas. So these are the few teams that I would say pretty much stacked up with one another. There is
Mm-hmm.
another team right in front of them, and then there's another team right in front of them. AI, ATG is around the corner. But oh wow, team number six, Grim Sapphire, using a IGN that I know. This is MORPH Morph. Morph is a team from Indonesia that is competitive. Okay, that's not a nice introduction. But yeah, we got a little bit of that hiccups, but it's okay. I think it's actually assisted by another team. They are together the same, but probably one of them are from Morph. So it's assisted with a player, or I would say a team that is known in the competitive scene for Morph. So I want to see things coming out from this team at least, so we know at least like in Group A we had a heads up of which team might just take the lead. Like IHC was showing off Asteria, who was the previous champions, and then now over in Group B, it's a question mark. A bit of these teams rings a bell to me, but unfortunately, I don't think Dingos is playing today because I did see their name earlier on, but they are not here. So nope, no Dingos right now. But we can see, probably for me, would ring a bell is Mata ladies from Thailand.
Mm-hmm.
These are again an old lineup. I mean, an old team. I'm not sure about the new lineup currently. So at least we are probably looking for that. But we were just glancing into Myanmar's team that was Trap Girls, and now looking into Mata. So uh, a little bit of profiling for teams like this is again. Thailand, they are more aggressive. The places that they will choose is out of your minds because you won't even get to think like, hey, why would you choose this kind of places? They won't go for hot drops. They would go for places that they would get first interfere in intervention, or I would say they would try
Mm-hmm.
to intersect the kind of rotations exactly as to what we are looking at into Mata. They are placing themselves into somewhere where you don't get enough loots, but because they want to get the first few bloods or the first blood, that's the reason why they are here.
Yeah, and as far as I may recall, Metal Ladies has been able to be in the PUBG Mobile Open one as well. Like they've
Mm-hmm.
been able to garner like the top nine,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm really hoping that if ever that this is going to be, like once again they've been able to go here in our second Open, and hopefully they will be able to garner even the top five or more because at least they already know how the grounds go here as well. But I guess the only challenge that they have to face up here is the fact that there will be some other new teams, other new faces, or unfamiliar faces that might actually hinder their knowledge that they currently have right now from advancing further and do what they had to do as their own strategy. But right now, Roy is outside of, or rather, is at the blue zone, and I guess they're just taking their time there because there's not much damage being dealt by the blue zone as of the moment, and they have the vehicle to go. So I guess everything's gonna be fine for them. And so far, they won't have any additional encounters as well.
Yep, and already try to make the car to move a little bit easier. She just gunned down one of the wheels, so in a way, it would give an easy maneuver to go around with anywhere they want to be. But here we go. We are looking into Grims and Mata. So Mata in Malay is actually eyes. I'm not sure about Thailand, but it's similar. So they have their eyes on towards Grims. So this is
In the
kind of a
Philippines too, yeah,
cliche.
actually, mata
It's the
is
same, right?
ice.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mata have eyes on Grims. And they came into an area where Thailand teams like to use this particular place when the circle is closing. One of the popular teams that likes to use this place is actually Infinity and also Onyx. So I think they kind of adapted this and they want to replicate it in the ladies tournament. So let's see how tactical they can get.
Yeah, let's see what those I can do actually. Like other than being able to scout someone, that they will be able to pinpoint anyone who they can land their bullets on as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it seems like there will be seeing some rotations here from ATG and as well as AI Huntress and the
Mm-hmm.
rest of the teams out of the circle here, which is yes, fem. There are a lot of teams here. Not quite sure which one would that be, but we also have from IT Trap Girls from Myanmar. So we're still outside of the blue, or rather at the blue zone. But I am quite curious. They really want the late rotations here to unveil, but so far we are seeing similar strategies, except for one team here from ES, which is ES Fem Juicy. They're already at the circle right now, quite near to ATG Artemis, so this might actually be a potential fight between them.
Hey, yes, and I already heard the pressure fire being opened by a few teams. And again, this is S Femi from team of Juicy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And they are doing exactly what we are about to see. They are giving that pressure fire using that good prime position of Quarry's vantage points. And lucky for them, the circle is on them this time. So they don't have to go
Mm-hmm.
anywhere else. But the thing that they gotta be wary of is actually their loots, their ammunition, because that much of the things can be found in quarry. So they're pretty much stuck there. I wouldn't say stuck. I would say they have to depend on knocking off players and getting their loots restocked at least because over in vantage point you need to do a lot of spraying when you spot at least a moving vehicle. So exactly as of now, we are seeing a lot of these teams coming right smack into the central portion of Ferry Pier and Quarry. Though Roy here is going to do something quite different. They are going to do a late rotation. So probably they will be the biggest threat of the last team that will come into the current circle because they get to see a lot of these teams ahead of them and they are able to do a little bit of farming, and that is if Trap were to proceed in rotation. If they were to stop somewhere where exactly Roy were to come in, now we're going to see a big, or I would say a scrimmage before they come into exactly where they want to be.
Yeah, and there's already a lot of teams at the center of the circle, and we're already seeing them being able to prop themselves up, preparing for wherever the circle decides to contract this stuff. But at the same time, it would just mean that there is a lot more time for them to risk themselves out of the open if ever they are indeed in the open. But at the same time, it is already uh, a chance for other teams to know their whereabouts,
Mm-hmm.
and as well as the fact that they will be able to get some potential kills in return. So that might actually be deadly. But at the same time, it seems like we're on a really slow and steady pace as this match progresses. But at the same time, Roy might actually be seeing a member here from Trap, or Trap may actually be aware that
Mm.
they're already getting into the circle.
Ah, and they already moved out. The circle decided to shift away from Quarry, away from Caribbean. Just a portion of it. I'm hearing the sprays here, and this is
Mm-hmm.
Trap getting themselves trapped by Roy. Now, this is the kind of tactical skills we are seeing here. Oh, now he has problem with the wheels. He has, not he, but she has to go and find a place that is quite safe for her to rotate in. Plew have to go back and regroup with the team, but you can see the slow down process of this buggy. This is what happens when one of the wheels decided to give away. So usually what I'll do is I will get out and I will just spray onto another wheel that is in front, so it will give a, it won't be as fast
Oh
as the
yeah.
previous one, but it will be at least better, because you can see she's actually driving a very slow buggy, but lucky for her, nobody is shooting upon. So this is lucky, I would say. But Trap will try to proceed with the plan ahead. If only they were a little bit early, a few seconds early, I think they are able to actually, not Trap, but Roy would it be early? I think they will be able to take down at least Plew, who was trying to come in. Now, taking a very dangerous place, I would say this place is like, when people decided to push on you, you can't control it. There's a lot of teams would come to you, and plus the noise will just attract a lot of these teams to come over and just look into the vantage point, just kill still the teams that is currently in that particular compound where Trap is in. But now
Mm-hmm.
looking into Grims, they are over in a place where it's, I would say, ready for battle. They have the props ready, so they're just gonna stay put here for a moment.
Yeah, but by the kill feed, it seems like one of the ladies here from Mata has been able to execute a couple of members here from ES Fem. And as far as I may recall, they are from which team? Exactly. I guess it is from Mystique, but I'm not quite sure. But yeah, it seems like you'll be seeing some further engagements here from Mate, but I may assume that the rest of the people from ES Fem might already got away because they really want to go for the safe route. But other than that, they might actually engage with another team, which is the late rotators here from Roy Ladies Esports. So there's going to be a Vietnam and Thailand showdown.
Yeah, definitely, because they have heard the shots fired from Mata, who was spraying on towards teams that was rotating in. Roy have placed themselves strategically. I like the formation is 2 by 2 over on the hillside, but Meta has no idea the team is at least over on towards that particular compound, because it's actually quite a stretch. So it's something good that Roy is doing. They stopped somewhere and they decided to comb up the areas to look upon enemies, but they have yet to reach upon that particular compound where there is apartments, where exactly Mara is. If they have that clue, I think they would try to take the fight. But here we go. We look into Bill, who has probably a game instinct on towards where Grims was in, because before this, Grims was here and they decided to reposition. So probably Grims had an idea exactly. Roy has taken over the spot, but okay, now we're looking into them, looking into some clues. There is somebody, there is people in the compound. They are not going to push as easy. They're going to wait for it. They're going to bait it up, but they will try to build up the game here. They're not going to stay here. They're going to go somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. And seems like we'll be seeing some late rotations once again here from the side of Trap, but the rest of the teams are already going into the circle. And seems like Roy and Grim is quite close to one another. And seems like it's going to be Mata ladies out of the question because they're advancing towards the center of the circle. But at the same time, I think they're already aware that Roy is quite near them. They might
Ooh.
already have an idea that someone is within their reach, and it's up to them if ever they'll be deciding to ambush them. But by the kill feed, it seems like ATG Maxi will be able to secure one from their interactions here with Mata. Oh my.
They decided to crash upon this compound, so Meta will have to pick up a fight. Oh wait, Meta decided to move up into a compound, so they left that previous compound and they decided to pick up a fight between ATG, who was the gatekeepers or was the people from Mount of Getkar. They got themselves already 4 elimination points. Now they've got themselves a wipe down immediately. Now this is a team that we don't want to mess with. We are seeing a little bit of the strikes coming out from like a tiger, the stripes are coming out already. Looking at how they engage, it's a very quick elimination. We didn't even get to see the process. Immediately they brought down the probably half of the group or three of the players down, because one of them came from another kill feed, if I'm not mistaken, or it could be from
Yeah.
the same team. I'm not so sure, but here we go. We're just seeing them reloot, restocking things that they probably want to do that for. They're currently in the prime spot, trying to get position. But here we go, looking into ATG, spotted out team 4.
Hmm. Be using the scope, but no one's no longer there. It's just at their left area, Alex. But at least been able to pinpoint that they're within or near at the area, and also I find it quite interesting that the some of the members here from the side of ESFM are not necessarily dominating again, considering that they have three representatives. But at the same time, they're able to get the job done. But unfortunately, there's already one more. They no longer have the other team that you can have. But look at this. Maxi has been able to land that sniper shot onto Yin Luna, and the rest of the players here are just trying to go for the responses, but at the same time, it would be pretty deadly to do so because one single shot through them, it would lead them to their demise.
Oh, nice shots here coming from ATG, a representative from the Philippines. A whole lot of them are using M4 with scopes on, and they managed to get one knockout, but they did not get to finish the work, because it's a long distance shot, so obviously it won't be easy. But looking at the circle, I don't think this is an easy circle, because it's an open
Mm-hmm.
area. There's a lot of land to go by. Over in the kill feed, we did see something happening. Roy now coming in strong, taking control, or let's just say
Ooh.
being in the center portion here, getting a little bit of the spray down, but it's able to do a little bit of that revival before the moving off. And this is coming from Grims, who initially had the position of where Roy is. So they're taking over with good information here. Now Roy has to come back quickly before they decided to push.
But sadly, it seems like someone from AI Huntress has been able to pin someone down here from Roy, and instead, it seems like she has been ended by one of the members here from the side of Grims. It seems like they're being sandwiched here, not quite sure, but by the distance, it seems like there is a third party potentially. But it seems like they try to go for a counter here between for the side of Grims. They're quite confident on what they can do. But
Mhm.
look at that much distance. They've been able to pinpoint someone here from the team of Roy. They've been able to put someone down and eventually led them to three more players remaining. But now it is already an opportunity for them to go towards the circle itself. The rest will be resorting to late rotations like some of the teams here from ESFAM and the other teams. But yeah, by the kill feed, we'll be seeing one more player here from the side of AI Huntress being put down by one of the members here from the side of Mata Ladies.
Oh, this is trouble. AI ladies, yeah, right smack in the middle. They've got to deploy a lot of smokes. They got to get ready that barricade if they want to be in the center of the of nowhere right now, because the vantage people are still here. But Trap, yeah, getting sprayed down by Serene or Sora. Sarah, sorry. Sarah getting some sprays here towards the team that is trying to move across, but she will get away. Now Trap will get away, no problem with that. They will just rotate like, hey, you know what? We are neighbors. We get an understanding. But all of them have to skirmish and go into this open area, open field, trying
Oh
to do a
my.
revive for Sarah towards Lilik. But it's not going to be possible, because you know what? A lot of people is in the vantage places. It's not looking good for Sarah, getting a little bit of
Ooh.
that damage. No, you gotta quit. No way. Ay, that wasn't a good call. She need to let that smoke out first before she decided to do the revival. But this is what happens when people are under pressure, and plus the circle is in the middle of no man's land.
Oh, that is quite unfortunate. Like what you said, it seems like they're being pressured by all of the presence that they're sensing from every single side, and as well as the fact that the time is already ticking and they have to go. But sadly, they haven't been able to put out the smoke, and instead, they've been able to suffer the consequences of doing so. But now, seems like some of the members here from the side of Matter is just rummaging through some of our players here from the side of IT Trap Girls from Myanmar, and so far they've been able to do do some great things as well as Grims. These two teams are currently dominating, and sadly, the other teams who were left at the lower grounds were suffering because they haven't been able to give a good position or area for themselves. And now it seems like everyone's trying to rush themselves within the circle, but the rest of the players here are still resorting for the late rotation. So let's see if ever that they will be able to get this onto their good side or the latter.
Wow, but I'm really liking how Meta is currently gatekeeping a lot of these teams. They got themselves 9 elimination points. Sorry, 7 elimination points. They managed to kill still while there was engagement in the middle, and where they position themselves is pretty much smart enough because they're leaving one person outside. We'll give
Mm-hmm.
information. We'll try to be the kingmaker for at least Luna to make them handicapped from coming in, because yes, they are focused on upon Mata with three of the members in front, but they have no idea that somebody at the back is just looking at watchful for them and making it hard. And it will come in a bit later because the shots are not coming into Meta just yet. I'm hearing a lot of sprays here. This is coming from the center portion again. Meta is doing the farming, managed to get trapped again and again. Meta again coming into the kill feed. Another one goes down, and that's Trap, because Trap is currently trapped in the center of nowhere. They have no covers. The only thing that is covering them is just smokes and haystacks. But how Luna is going to come out, I'm not so sure. But that grenade definitely gave a Kobe. And Luna will be spotted again by that person who is
Ooh.
the kingmaker, giving that information towards Afro. And it will be the end of Luna.
Oh my, Grims is just doing their best, and as well as Matt, the ladies and the rest of the people here are actually just eliminating one another. But has been able to go for one, Juicy's been able to go for another, and as well as the fact that the Matt, the ladies here is still not ending their feat. They're still establishing dominance, but as well as the fact that one of the members here from the side of Luna has been receiving a lot of damage here. So once again, Mata ladies are here are now unstoppable, and the rest of the players here are already at the circle. One remaining person here alive inside of Trap, but still, let's see if she'll be able to get this a bit more or get their team's name live on a bit more longer. As Luna's been able to secure one here from Mata ladies, and look at this, they're still keeping it regardless of all the stuff happening. They're still able to get their attention is really good because they've been able to look at all these different teams and still go for the great sort of in terms of priority. Really
Yeah.
amazing here from Matt the ladies performance
Mm,
right now.
definitely. They have been getting themselves already 10 elimination points. So it's the positioning and exactly how they want to attack on towards one another. And plus, information is definitely key. So it wasn't nice for Luna. They did manage to get a good strategy out of it. They came at the back, but unfortunately, there was already one Mara lady that was at the side who was giving out all this information, but not to disregard Roy, who tried to play the late game, and they managed to get us into top 5 right now. I'm hearing spray still. Mata is still trying to locate the last few players from Luna. And there you go, back into the lobby. So now 4 teams only alive. We're looking into Meta, Grims, and Roy. And one person who is still alive. I'm not sure which team that person belonged to, but that person probably is trapped. I'm not so sure, maybe. But here we go. Meta is really taking advantage of things. They have their confidence ready. They got the kill points. They got 10 or 11 by now. And that's the reason why we are seeing them super confident themselves. And Sia already has spotted Nessa on Ness here and realizing that, hey, she knows exactly the shots are coming from that particular car, but she's not able to do anything because she's the only person alive for Grims with only 2 elimination points. When again,
Ooh.
Meta taking over the kill feed.
It seems like Trap is already out of the equation, but it seems like we're having some further simplification that's happening here. Like what we just witnessed, one of the players here has been secured by Manta once again. They're getting out of control, and now Roy is waiting for the right time to strike. So for the free fires here, not entirely connecting to any of the members here for the side of Mata ladies. There's already 3 more teams just lingering and surviving here. And I believe that one of those teams is still Grims, but now Grims is just waiting by the sidelines. You know what? Let them fight, and we'll be attacking at the right time, best and possible. But now it seems like they've been caught, and they've been able to find out their plan. It seems like Mado ladies and able to secure one here from Grims, and it seems like some of the people here from Roy will be taking advantage of this time in order to put themselves in a better position in terms of countering this unstoppable team right now from the side of Mata. 2 more teams remaining. This is already a 1v1 in terms of teams, but still a lot of people still surviving.
Yeah, meta. They're just going to play their A game this time. They are the control queens. They have four ladies alive still. Just need to find three more Roy players, and that's it. Roy is just going to do a little bit of the prodding because one of the reasons that they are able to play very well of the terrains that they gotten. If you realize, they are able to hide under and deploy good enough smokes to get the covers. And look at Bam, still tactical even right now, still doing the healing in the car. Wow, this is really amazing. But
Wow.
Roy, all they gotta do is just to keep on hunting and just being sneaky in the grasses because they are trying to share that circle, but we can see who is actually taking advantage of the circle right now. It's actually Mata. They have their vehicles still ready and they're gonna come out. Ah, but the sprays
Ooh.
are here, but that's not enough because they're gonna get down. One person might have already spotted here, but the shots are not landing on towards the players. So these terrains are pretty much difficult to bring each other down.
Oh my, it seems like they're using the drop as well as another form of cover, but at the same time, we're seeing some players still at the cars, or rather these vehicles, giving them all the coverage they need, but at the same time, we'll be seeing someone from Roy being eliminated here entirely, and it is already these two players being put down. Someone here going for the trade here. It's going to be L being eliminated just a bit more, but still surviving. They are thriving, and at the same time, we are nearing the end. But Cosmo still fighting for all her might. Will be seeing a little play here from Roy trying to go for the counter. It's already a 1v1 with the rest of the players already being put down. It's unfortunately for them to go for the revive, but still they're forbidding from one another in doing so. And that would be the match being ended and Mata Ladies being deemed victorious. Like, they've been able to stay at the same area so far that they familiarize everything, and now look at these kills.
Yeah, with an
Crazy.
amazing 19 elimination. That's almost half a lobby that they have taken over because they only had got 9 teams today in the lobby. So they've got 19 elimination, guys, from the kill steals and plus positioning. And we did see how Roy tried to fight back, but they just couldn't. But still amazingly landed at number 2 with 4 elimination points. And then Grims from Indonesia with 2 elimination points. ATG with 0 elimination points at number 4. Number 5 is uh as Femi Luna with 0 elimination points, Trap with 0 elimination points at number 6. This is another as Femi with 2 elimination points, and then AI with 4 elimination points. And last but not least, this is of course Mystic, if I'm not mistaken, or might
Yeah,
be,
it's
yeah,
Mystic.
it's Mystic with 0 elimination points at number 9.
Oh my, this match is twice intense than earlier.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, like this one is just puts us in the edge of our seats. It makes our butt clench so much, but it's just quite amazing for me to actually see that Matalazis, from being top 9 the last open, this time around they are definitely the top one, and hopefully they'll be able to be consistent
Mhm.
in bagging it as well.
Yeah, we could see how aggressive they were. I mean, Meta Ladies initially, we recognize who they were, and Thailand being aggressive, they definitely have already a match given. I'm already starting to see the future. Like tomorrow we're gonna see IHC being aggressive, we got Asteria, we've got Meta, and of course we got Rage from
Yeah.
Malaysia. So these four teams are giving this ferocious fight, doing their feisty games. But you know what, we'll see even more later. Right after this, we're gonna go and fly into Miramar, but just before that we're gonna go for a quick break.